Kelly from Broken Carnivore. I'm glad you all stopped by. Happy Labor Day. It is a beautiful, cool day here in Missouri, even though it's a little cloudy outside. It is a good day to enjoy if you're in an area where you're not dealing with rain. And I am looking forward to this week since I'm on vacation from work. I wanted to do some stuff here on the property, and I am looking forward to that. I also want to thank each and one of my subscribers that has subscribed to my channel. I am up over 1,000. Matter of fact, 1,080 subscribers since last year, since I started this channel. And I am beyond grateful for each and one of y'all subscribing to it. I am very thankful that you took interest and you wanted to see more content. And that's what today's content is about, is some of the upcoming future of this content of this channel that I'm going to produce, and what future plans I want to do. But first, I want to share with God's word. I'm going to share 2 Timothy 3:16 and 17 from the ESV version. You can follow along in any of your translations in your Bibles that you have. Starting at verse 16, all scriptures is breathed out by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, for training in righteousness. Verse 17, that the man of God may be complete, equipped for every good work. And that is so true about the Bible. That's what the Bible here. That's why every word is breathed out by God through men to write, to inspire, to not only learn from the stories, the mistakes in the past, but those same mistakes in the past, we live them today, and I live them. That's why my channel is called Broken Carnivore. The broken means I'm always broken, can never achieve God's holiness, and that's why that I want to make sure that I stay obedient much as I can, even though I am very imperfect and I do make mistakes. But let's get on to today's content. The future plans of this channel that I want to talk about is some of the videos so I can keep it fresh. One of the things I want to do is that I did some project videos, and I like to share along with you maybe some of those projects with you. That I want to make sure the videos are not long. I'll shorten them up, because it can get lengthy and, it can bore you to death. And that's one thing I do not want to do. I don't want to bore you to death. So I may bring along some of these projects that I have left behind from dealing with chronic inflammation for the past 3 to 5 years that I had dealt with, from being either on the standard diet or eating the vegetables that I thought that were superfoods that were highly toxic, like spinach and greens and stuff like that, that was causing issues in my right hip, my left knee, and I had severe plantar fasciitis in my left foot, which most of that is gone. I still have a hip issue. I say I may have a damaged hip, but the one good thing I love about this carnivore diet, that the chronic inflammation, I can actually manage to walk on it. Even though I limp on it, I walk. And I can be able to do stuff that I could not do for the last 2 years, dealing with the chronic inflammation. So you may see some of the project videos that I may produce that I have done on the property that I fell behind in. Then another thing I want to do with some videos is I've been wanting to go along. There's a conservation area just down the road from me that has horse trails, and I want to share and bring along with y'all a hike. I want to do a hike, and I want to share with y'all that there's a few hikes that I want to do, because I've been wanting to do these, but I never dealt with it. I never came across wanting to do it because of dealing with that chronic inflammation. And when you have that and you have extreme pain, you don't want to do anything, but you just want to sit and do nothing. Well, being on carnivore over 400 days, you have a different mindset and you want to get out and do stuff. Even though I still hate doing exercising and all that stuff, I still want to get out and enjoy more time. So that's one of my videos. I want to go on a hike, share it with y'all, go from one end of the wildlife area to the other. Also, we have here in Missouri, a lot of people are familiar with called the MKT, Missouri, Kansas, Texas Railroad. and or it's short for Katy Railroad. Well, we have a what they call the Katy Trail. They turned a trail into a railroad into a trail because the railroad is no longer in use, and it was a great way to have where you can go out to hike, you can walk it, you can bicycle it, whatever you want to do, to enjoy nature. And this goes along the Missouri River, and I haven't biked in the last 3 years because the chronic inflammation. And this is what I want to do. I want to do a video of me going down the trail and sharing with you, and sharing the nature and the beauty, and sharing along some of the Missouri River of this, and in particular area around Columbia, Missouri, where the Katy Trail goes by. They also have what they call Eagles Bluff, and you can see the eagles, and I love to share that. So that is one of my videos, and as I progress, I also want to do some future cooking videos, and I did in the past was a standard sandwich. Everybody's familiar with the Wendy's Baconator. Well, I had made a carnivore version of the Baconator. Well, there's another sandwich. This is my most favorite sandwich, and I hadn't had it in a long time, since I was keto in 2021. And the reason why I haven't had it, because of the standard diet, seed oils and stuff. And I have now, with the pork panko and with the carnivore bread recipe, I can actually make this sandwich. It's called the breaded tenderloin. I had this since I was young. I used to go there in my local hometown, Higbee, Missouri. There was a tavern. They served burgers and tenderloins, and I always had to have a tenderloin, most all the time. And I enjoyed it. Well, I miss that sandwich, and I don't miss what it did to me. But if I can make that sandwich and do a video on it, I love to do it, and make, with the carnivore mayo and everything. So that is another video that I want to do. And I am so excited because I finally found picanha. I found picanha at my local Walmart. And I always wanted to try. I heard about picanha. This is something that you get at a Brazilian steakhouse. I've never heard of a Brazilian steakhouse until this year from Dr. Nelson, Carrie Mann. They talked about picanha, and they talked about, Brazilian steakhouses. And picanha is a cut of meat or a steak that is primarily in the Puerto Rico, I believe Brazil is really famous for this, and South America. And basically what it is a sirloin cap, or a round cap. Most time you get it as a top sirloin cap, or as it's labeled picanha here. And I am looking forward to trying this. I have done this last night I just put it in the oven. I did for 500 degrees for probably about 12 minutes. Then I put it down to a low temperature of 275 for about 30. And then I put it back on the broiler for 525 for about 6 minutes. And boy, this was delicious. I never had a tender cut of meat. I figure being sirloin cap or in that area, it would be stringy and tough. But if you cut it right after you cook it, it is great. So I am wanting to do a video on this, but this time I'm going to make them into steaks, and I might try a cast iron skillet, and I might try it on the grill, and I might see which way is it better. And no matter what, cooking it on a wood grill or cooking it on a charcoal grill, it's always going to taste better than a cast iron skillet. But it also depends on how much fat you lose and how rare, because you want your meat rare. I love my meat now rare because you get most of your nutrients. So you're going to lose some of it, but if you can keep that rare to medium rare, you're going to keep some of your vitamins and minerals in there. And that's one thing I want to try it as a steak, and I wanted to do this as a video as well. So that's one of my upcoming videos. And one of the videos I want to try this fall before winter hits is I'm going to get me some wood. I do have some wood, but I don't want to try that wood. But I want to get some oak wood, and I want to do a fire because it's nice in the fall to sit around a fire on a cool day. But what I want to do is go back to our old ways. How if you're out there camping, or if you're, back in the days when we were hunters, really hunters and gatherers, and as the earth was populating, and people had to stop by, they had to get, they got their meat or whatever, they roasted or they cooked it on an open fire. And that's just one thing I want to try. I want to give it a try. I want to see how successful I can get that meat cooked on an open fire without burning it up or losing the nutrients, and get that medium rare to rare deal. So that is some of my videos. Another future video that I want to do is I saw this on Courtney Luna, and I always missed yogurt, but I do not want to go and buy yogurt because some of that yogurt in the stores is pretty trash. A lot of it's loaded with sugar, and a lot of it's carbs, and most of the milk is pasteurized. But I saw this on a Courtney Luna video, and she shared it, and so I want to experiment with it. I want to try to make it, and I ordered a yogurt maker, and I want to try making my own yogurt out of raw dairy. I have to go get the dairy because most of the dairy that you buy in the stores is not for human consumption unless you go to a pet store, because you can buy it for pets. But here, in this country, especially here in the state of Missouri, raw dairy is illegal. I don't understand why, because when you pasteurize dairy, you lose all your nutrients. And I know that people get sick and stuff like that, but with the raw dairy, you get more of your vitamins and nutrients and stuff. So I wanted to make yogurt, and I wanted to make this particular kind because this was the starter that she used, and I want to give it a try, and I want to see how I like it. I may like it and I may not like it. So that is another video that I want to do, since I got this, I want to make yogurt, and we'll see and taste it if it was worth buying this machine or was a flop. There is going to be some other content that I will do in the future, and I know that in December I will be doing another mission trip to Acuña, Mexico, and I will do another preparation. And I've been in the planning on this, where I'm planning a little bit different on this one than I did have in the past, because I want a little more packaged meat. So I really got to really liking the chomps. And so I'll probably bring a lot of the chomps. I am going to try maybe some like the carnivore snacks, some of the prepackaged stuff that I can take out. I still will make some of my other stuff, and I may make jerky, but most of the stuff is going to be prepackaged. But I will have in an upcoming future video, I wanted to actually do that video of what I have be bringing on there. And I am looking forward to this. This is my 6th build. My daughter's going to go on it. And if you look, the shirt, this is where we're going. It's going to Acuña. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to be building a house for Christ, for a family that is going to get this home. And we're hoping that we can build 2 homes. And we're hoping we can get raised, because if there's a will, God will make the way for the house to be paid for. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to be building these homes with my brothers and sisters in Christ. And some of the and finally, in some of the upcoming videos this year, as I went after 1 year, I've been joining in some other live streams and stuff. And I really enjoy it. Basically what it is I'm learning how to do these live streams, learning how to use StreamYard. And one of these days, once I get to a point where I know how to pre-record or just do a live stream and stuff like that, I want to learn more about this, and I really want to get into doing interviews, interviewing other success stories. I have done one with Dave Mack. I really enjoyed it. I hoping that I can do one with Kerry Mann. I know right now he's busy with, doing the live streams and the promoting the trailer, which, by all means, I'd rather for him to do that than reach me. He'll eventually reach out to me on that, because I emailed him last week, and I'm looking forward to hearing from him. And eventually, I will. But I want him to take care of this trailer. I'm looking forward to this movie, The Healing in Humanity, the Power of the Proper Human Diet. I'm looking forward to this documentary. I am highly encouraged once it comes out. I hope that it gets out there, and I hope many of you out there and many of my friends see this, because these are healing stories. Not only doctors, but these are actual success stories. And I say these people have better, higher success. I dealt with chronic inflammation, and all our stories are maybe different. Some of us are the same, but there's some out there that are incredible healing stories. Someone went from being 700 pounds, and he's 350 pounds down. He just did carnivore. He reached out to Kerry Mann, and he reached out to God, and God gave him this way. There's many out there that dealt with chronic inflammation. They dealt with, cancer. They dealt with MS. They dealt with a lot of things. And it is very, very awesome that Kerry Mann and then Adam Lacey and others got together to make this documentary, and it is going to be awesome when it comes out, and I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to seeing this video, seeing the documentary, and one of these days I am going to be talking about it, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm that excited about it. And so that is pretty much some of my updates, and I'm hoping that as this channel goes and channel grows, I'm hoping that I can keep that content fresh and keep on going. But as the future of this channel goes, I'm looking forward to seeing more people subscribe and more people take interest in the content. One final thing I did, and this will hoping that will help the improvement, which I am actually using right now, is I always had wireless mics, but they always sounded terrible. So I had to always, when I set up my kitchen, I always had to use this mic right here. But I finally saved some funds, and I got me a better quality wireless mic that I noticed many people out in the YouTube world is using. The DJI, and I tried it out. I really like it. It doesn't sound cheap. It doesn't sound like I'm losing my voice or losing the mic, and I'm hoping that this will help improve the algorithm of my videos to get them out there, because sometimes things like that can hinder it, and the algorithm of YouTube will see it, and they won't push the videos out. And that's one thing I want to do, is I'm hoping that I can get these videos pushed out there, or YouTube push them out there. So as I end this, if you like this video, you like the content, you want to see more of my videos in the future, please hit that thumbs up. Comment down below, even though to say hi, where you're from, if you're on Carnivore, how long you've been on Carnivore. Subscribe to the channel, and most of all, let's be kind, be positive, have a good attitude, and encourage and support one another. Y'all have a great day. Have a good Labor Day. Enjoy this day off, and enjoy it with your family. God bless.